We were born out of a jet age to represent airmen and to inspire the next generation. More than 65 years later, what this team has become is much more than airshow performers. We are leaders demonstrating the capabilities of America's Air Force to our great nation, as well as spreading goodwill to nations abroad. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. The Korean War was still going on, and the F-84G was a frontline fighter, and some called it the workhorse of the war. First Thunderbirds team would fly 5 of these aircraft. Major Dick Catledge was picked as the Thunderbirds' first commander. Crazy as it may sound today, he had only 3 weeks until their first air show, so the Thunderbirds were quickly formed. Jets were painted, and by June of 1953, they were performing. As the years passed, the aircraft changed. Thunderjet, Thunderstreak, Super Sabre, Thunder Chief, Phantom, Talon. All these aircraft represented a different generation of Thunderbirds, different advancements in technology. Technology that in 1983 brought us the jet that revolutionized the fighter aircraft world and today remains a dominant force in the sky. The mighty F-16 Fighting Falcon. The Thunderbirds have flown the F-16 for more than 30 years now. Minus the red, white, and blue paint scheme, they are the same as the jets flying missions around the world today. It only makes sense that when people think of the Thunderbirds, they more than likely think of our F-16s. While those jets are our most visible assets and project the strength of our Air Force, it is our airmen that make it all possible. The Thunderbirds are comprised of more than 130 airmen. There are 12 officers, each known affectionately by their number, with one exception, number 1. Our commander, we call him Boss. He and Thunderbirds 2 through 8 are highly experienced fighter pilots. Thunderbirds 1 through 6 are demonstration pilots. Thunderbird 7 oversees Thunderbird operations, and Thunderbird 8 acts as our advanced pilot and narrator during shows. Thunderbirds 9 through 12 are support officers who perform expert medical, administrative, maintenance, and public affairs functions. There are also more than 120 enlisted personnel representing nearly 30 career fields. Enlisted team members are selected from units across the Air Force. Each enlisted member plays a crucial role maintaining this well-oiled machine at home and on the road. Our time in this uniform is short, and each one of us is charged by making the most of it, by inspiring and encouraging others, by representing our amazing Air Force. So while the faces and jets have changed, the mission remains the same. We are the United States Air Force Air Demonstration Squadron. We are the Thunderbirds.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time that we turn things over to the team. And here is my question for each and every one of you. Are you ready for the Thunderbirds? Yeah. Hey, this is a hometown show for the team. It is the beginning of the 2025 air show season as well. This is a big deal, particularly for all the family members and associated personnel with the Thunderbirds. Let's try that one more time. Are you, Las Vegas, ready for the Thunderbirds? Ladies and gentlemen, headlining the 2025 Aviation Nation Air Show, it is with great pride and honor I present to you your United States Air Force Air Demonstration Squadron, known to the world as the Thunderbirds.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to Show Center as we welcome those before you into our United States Air Force. And now, our Director of Operations, Thunderbird 7, Lieutenant Colonel Taylor White from Las Vegas, Nevada. You got it, 7.
Hey. Check, check. Oh, there we are. Let's try that again. Good afternoon, Las Vegas. How you guys doing? Number 12 mentioned, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Taylor White, Operations Team. And this is an absolute honor to be standing with you guys today, right here at Show Center. Before I take over the skies, we're going to conduct an enlistment ceremony right here at Show Center. Before we begin, I would just like to say thank you. Thank you to the community. Thank you to the families, the mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins, and friends that have helped get your loved ones to this point in their lives. You're very welcome. All right, and before we begin, I'd also like to thank those you standing in front of me. Thank you for volunteering to join us in the greatest Air Force and Navy in the world. Please take a moment, look around at the people next to you. These are now your brothers and sisters in arms. These are the people you're going to rely on, and they in turn will lean on you for support. Always remember that together you're an incredible team. So with that, please come to attention and raise your right hand. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me, according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me congratulating your newest members in the Air Force and Navy.
We are the warriors of the 21st century, a noble symbol of freedom and a tireless pursuit of excellence, an everlasting legacy of pride, precision, and professionalism of all airmen of the United States Air Force. Since 1953, we have demonstrated the most advanced and respected air power in the world, the pinnacle of teamwork and dedication of the world's most elite force in air, space, and cyberspace. We are first, last, and always a fighter squadron. Our maintenance professionals can transform our jets to be combat ready in 72 hours, to provide the protection under which our democracy operates. Today, you will witness the unparalleled teamwork, aerial precision, and raw power employed in combat. An almost unbelievable attention to detail demands the ultimate commitment from the whole squadron to achieve their best. At 500 miles per hour and formations 18 inches apart, and at times only 150 feet off the ground, the sound of freedom is not just heard, but felt. Our lineage of military jets and frontline fighters have always proudly displayed our colors. Red for courage, white for truth, blue for justice. Distinguished names that echo down the halls of aviation history. Thunderjet, Super Sabre, Thunder Chief, Phantom, Talon, and today's F-16 Fighting Falcon, also known as the Viper. In the spirit of its namesake, the F-16 can soar to 50,000 feet. Climbing 30,000 feet per minute, it is capable of Mach 2 or 1,500 miles per hour, and maneuvers at 9 times the force of gravity. From our fabled past to today's ambassadors in blue, we seek to be the best of the best in our critical mission. Recruit, retain, and inspire the long blue line of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We are the premier air demonstration squadron of the United States Air Force. We are 130 of the finest airmen together to exhibit the capability and uncontested air dominance of the United States Air Force. Anywhere, anytime. We are the Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds, check. 2, 4, 5, 6. Thunderbirds, start 1, ready now. Canopies down, ready now.
Thunderbird 12, the team's public affairs officer, and today's narrator from Claremont, California. It's great to be here at Nellis, and today I want to tell you about the Thunderbird mission, a demonstration of teamwork, dedication, and professionalism that mirrors that of your Air Force active duty, Guard, and Reserve personnel deployed around the globe. As our Thunderbirds taxi out to begin today's demonstration, the Thunderbird crew chiefs are already preparing for their recovery. Let's watch as they demonstrate the same level of precision on the ground that you were about to witness in the sky. will take to the skies. Soon you will hear Thunderbird 1 command the pilots to run up their engines as they accelerate down the runway from your right to your left. Following the Diamond takeoff, our solo pilots will perform the Mayhem takeoff. Thunderbird 6 will take off in maximum afterburner from your right to your left and execute an immediate 360-degree aileron roll at low altitude. Thunderbird 5 will then take off from your left to your right, immediately pull 60 degrees into the vertical and perform a split S, reversing his direction while still over the runway. Hang tight while we get ready to bring you the thunder.
Burners ready now. Burners now.
Have your cameras ready for a picture of formation flying at its finest as the diamond is approaching from the right at a mere 18 inches apart from wingtip to canopy for your 2025 Diamond Pass in review. Watch from your left as Thunderbird 5 displays a historic emblem on the bottom of his aircraft with the knife edge pass. The original Thunderbird Diamond was led by Major Dick Catledge with twin captains Buck and Bill Patillo as wingman and Captain Kanaga as the slot. Now look ahead and on your left as the current Thunderbird Diamond maintains precise formation position in the diamond roll. As we fly for you today, we are proud to represent America's Air Force. We are the most lethal Air Force on the planet. Now look back to the right and find Thunderbirds 5 and 6 teamed up this time to create a mirror image in their trademark, Calypso Pass. Ladies and gentlemen, the diamond is approaching from over your left shoulder in the tight echelon formation. Watch as 1 becomes 3 with the echelon pass in review. Thunderbird 6 sneaking up on you with the sound of freedom. Now, from your left, the slow roll. Inbound from the right, Major Scholl will demonstrate the extraordinary roll performance of the F-16 with 4 consecutive aileron rolls at low altitude. The diamond is now approaching from the right. This is a rare opportunity to go inside the cockpit as Thunderbird 1 commands the 3 diamond pilots to perform simultaneous aileron rolls in close formation.
Smoke off, ready now, and roll.
From your right, Major Downey, and from your left, Major Scholl, inbound for show center at a closing speed of over 1,000 miles per hour. Before passing, they'll bank sharply, narrowly avoiding each other for the opposing knife edge pass. Approaching ahead and on your left, the Thunderbirds are in the challenging trail formation, with each wingman flying just a few feet from the aircraft in front of them. On command, watch as they smoothly transition back to the Thunderbird Diamond. Our two solo pilots have positioned themselves on opposite ends of the show line to cross at show center for the inverted pass. A difficult maneuver made even more challenging since Thunderbird 5 is approaching upside down. Approaching from directly in front, Thunderbirds 1 through 3 will pull straight up into the vertical and trail formation. Emerging from the smoke, you will see the Thunderbirds have skillfully transformed back into the Thunderbird Diamond. While the maneuvers you are watching today are in tight formation and at low altitude, they require the same level of concentration and discipline that every Air Force pilot must employ. Whether flying combat missions over hostile territory or flying in support of humanitarian efforts in adverse conditions. Now watch as Thunderbird 5 completes his rejoin with the Diamond to perform the low bomb burst. with one more surprise as he approached supersonic speeds. And while supersonic speeds are critical in chasing down the enemy, slow speed handling is just as important in aerial combat. From the right, find Major Scholl, low and slow. As Thunderbird 5 rejoins with the diamond to the right as this familiar formation approaches to perform the 4-card loop. From your left, watch as Major Scholl demonstrates the exceptional climbing performance of the F-16 as she climbs 3 miles straight up. Ladies and gentlemen, the Thunderbirds would like to dedicate this next pass to all the families here today whose loved ones are deployed around the globe in the defense of our freedoms. Now watch from the left as Thunderbird 6 Major Scholl demonstrates the raw power and tight turn performance of the F-16 with a maximum performance turn. over your shoulder to the right for precision flying under G. And feel the power of the Diamond Burner 360. As our two solo pilots, Thunderbirds 5 and 6, rejoin with the Thunderbird formation to form the wedge, we'd like to take a moment to honor those veterans in the crowd today, whose service and sacrifice have given us the freedoms we so greatly cherish. Lieutenant Colonel Malafa will now reposition the wedge formation for the wedge roll. As you take time to watch the precision required to maneuver 5 F-16s as one formation, let that serve as a reminder of not just the teamwork, but also the dedication and commitment that makes our team and the United States Air Force the most capable and credible force on the planet. First, Thunderbirds use years of on-the-job training to provide consistent and credible global vigilance, global reach, and global power, giving a critical edge to today's joint warfighting and coalition teams. Wherever they have been before and wherever they go after their time on the team, Thunderbirds are airmen first and airmen always, faithfully and professionally representing their brothers and sisters in arms, who are providing unrivaled air, space, and cyber dominance around the globe. Now, approaching from directly in front, your 2025 Thunderbirds and the inspirational Delta Burst. Our two solo pilots are approaching for their final high-speed head-on pass. As they cross at show center, watch for them to bank sharply, then reverse course in a split S to cross again with a knife edge pass. Let's go inside the cockpit and listen.
150. Solo, ready, hit it. 6.61310. 5.67325. Top line. Gotcha 5. Ready, hit it. Echo.
Ladies and gentlemen, no other maneuver is more closely associated with the Thunderbirds than the one you are about to see. Look to your left as the Diamond approaches to perform the high bomb burst. coming to land, we'd like to thank you for your continued support of the United States military and the Air Force. It has been our great honor to represent America's airmen with our performance today. The Thunderbird officers and enlisted representatives are planning on coming forward to sign some autographs and talk about the great opportunities that exist in today's Air Force. This will take place along the crowd line directly in front of the jets. We hope you'll stick around, give us the opportunity to meet you, sign some autographs, take some selfies, and let us answer any questions you may have about serving this great nation. Please visit us at airforce.com/Thunderbirds or follow us on social media at AF Thunderbirds. And now, I'd like to take some time to recognize some of the men and women who made it happen. It is my pleasure to introduce you to an important group that represents all of our Thunderbird enlisted professionals. In the center is our line chief from Locust Grove, Georgia, Technical Sergeant Peyton Purcell. Crew Chief, Thunderbird 1 from Forest Falls, California, Staff Sergeant Ian Hauser. Assistant Crew Chief, Thunderbird 1 from Sidra, Puerto Rico, Staff Sergeant Jonathan Torres-Zayas. Crew Chief, Thunderbird 2 from Bolivar, Ohio, Staff Sergeant Tiffany Mosier. Assistant Crew Chief, Thunderbird 2 from El Paso, Texas, Staff Sergeant Ureli Vega. Crew Chief, Thunderbird 4 from Peoria, Illinois, Senior Airman William Domnick. Assistant Crew Chief, Thunderbird 4 from Garden Grove, California, Staff Sergeant Eloy Lycona. Crew Chief, Thunderbird 5 from Las Vegas, Nevada, Staff Sergeant Aaliyah Wyrick. Assistant Crew Chief, Thunderbird 5 from Charlotte, North Carolina, Staff Sergeant Jordan Hutcherson. Crew Chief, Thunderbird 6 from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Staff Sergeant Elquan Harris. Assistant Crew Chief, Thunderbird 6 from Fresno, California, Staff Sergeant Alfonso De La Torre.